many years, but how have you tackled bringing this sort of this digital world with this established, in-store retail space together?
Sometimes people think omni might mean let's try and recreate all the joy of the shop on .com. And actually, I'd love to create, and we will create with our new functionality, more of the joy of the shop. But one of the things for me that is always key in an omni environment is your customer might be slightly different in stores to online, and the need or the occasion might be slightly different. So until you kind of really understand who you're playing to in each channel, then you can't really say what it's going to take to win in it. So I'll give you an example. We can see that many of our customers go to stores for cards. They adore their cards. They adore their stores. One of the things that you will see in the card market, for example, is that around Father's Day, Mother's Day, Moonpig, Thoughtful, Funky Pigeon will take a huge amount of traffic out of the market. They naturally will take more traffic and competition from digital channels than they will from stores. So for me, you've got to understand the nature of the challenge per channel to then work out what surging ahead is going to look like. So for example, you may look at that and say, well, actually, surging ahead for us in Q1 is going to be something different than cards, because we know that Funky Pigeon are going to spend, or Moonpig are going to spend another 20 million on advertising next year. So for me, it always starts from what's the point of the business? What does surging ahead mean? Does it mean 1% more market share, or are you already the market leader and you've got to take some more? And then within the channels, the digital channels, what specifically is your challenge? Back to Sam's point, is it traffic? Is it conversion? Is it, what's your solution? Is it eyeballs? Is it basket size? You've got to understand what surging ahead means for you as a business and as a channel, and then work from there. And that's how we get super surgical about applying the medicines that are needed to the problem that's there. You can't be indiscriminate about it.
And having gone through this, nearly a year's quite intensive digital transformation, and I know you've got more to come, but how are you thinking about mitigating like incoming threats or even existing threats to your digital offering?
So we are on Amazon and we are working hard to get that right. I aspire to being in Europe on Amazon fairly soon. And again, that is about growing eyeballs and mitigating risk. As we continue to drive costs down from a cost-based point of view and conversion up, we will become more efficient. And at that point, we can afford to spend more trafficking the site at a little lower ROAS. So certainly there are some more stretching things that we would like to do. We are talking to a lot of third parties about featuring their product on site, so growing our connectivity and being able to grow our range through drop shipping, etc. But really, in my head, this is not the time for radical investments in digital capability. This is the coming recession is going to be tough, and really, it's about delighting customers that you already have. I think many of us forget just how much kind of wastage there is in the digital channel. So if you have, 10,000 customers visiting you a day and only 3% are converting, or 2% or 1%, that's a huge amount of eyeballs, customers left to delight and to convert to. Likewise, Amazon, biggest marketplace on the world, if you can find a way to sell that effectively and profitably on there, you're going to achieve more eyeballs than any number of stores ever will. So it really is about finding your way through the maze in each of the channels you want to operate in profitably, to work on the challenge that your business has. But it's certainly not one size fits all. It will depend on the level of omni-maturity, it will depend on market share, and it will depend on the scale of the digital appetite as well.